Hi there, my name is Caitlin Kepple. I am a recent graduate from SF State. I was in the Physics and Astronomy department. I worked with Dr. Kim Kepple on physics and astronomy education research. So when I came in, I took 3 years to complete the program. I came in and took the placement test, and I ended up taking a couple of undergraduate courses, which is not all that uncommon, but they ended up being really helpful for kind of the rigor of the graduate classes. That's one thing at SF State is known for. The classes are really rigorous, even at the undergraduate level. But that's not to say you aren't supported the whole way through. I would say the faculty, both at undergraduate and graduate level, really focus on their classes. So that's something that stood out for me, is that even at the graduate level, the faculty spend a lot of time actually making sure that the classes are well planned out, and even as you go all the way through it, you have a lot of support all the way through. And the faculty are also really understanding that as a graduate student, you are taking on a lot. You come in and you're starting these classes, but you might also be teaching, you might also be tutoring, as it was in my case. So they tend to be really understanding of that. And if you end up needing some other resource or some other form of support, that's totally an option. They really care to make sure that you do pass those classes, so that you can go on to do your PhD or get a job. So they're really trying to think about that and consider that. In terms of research, I would say, I was kind of a lucky case where I came in and I knew what I wanted to work on and I knew who I wanted to work with. But that's not required. That's definitely not something that everybody comes in with. So most faculty are absolutely willing to take on new students. And the nice thing about the master's program is that you can really decide how much time you want to spend where. So I knew that I wanted to spend a lot of time on research, but then also a lot of time with teaching. So, I came in and really tried to just kind of split my time up, which was really tough. You kind of have to get used to that juggling between all of the different things, but it tends to leave a lot of room for you to decide what you want to invest your time in. And the faculty tend to be really supportive in terms of research to help you get to where you want to go with that, if you have a PhD in mind or if you have a job in mind. So I think when you come in, if you can just make sure you ask all the questions, you reach out to whoever you want to reach out to, and it will really help you get to the place you want to be. In terms of the culture, the student culture, there's, I would say it's really strong community. There's a Physics and Astronomy club, and then there's also the Women in Physics and Astronomy club. I was a part of both. I would say, WIPA, the Women in Physics and Astronomy club, was basically the first place I definitely made kind of my first group of friends there. I just showed up to a random meeting, and that was a place that you can kind of meet people who are outside of your classes and also people who are further along in the program. Also, there's undergraduate students there. So it's really just a place to be a little bit more informal, but also to help give advice on different stuff, because it's quite a transition being there. And that's the other good thing that stands out for me at SF State in the Physics and Astronomy department, is that they really made the effort, even in this COVID era, to have that online presence and make sure that the clubs are being active online, and there's options for students to kind of connect even if we can't be there in person. So that's something that seems like it's really helpful today. So let's see, other than that, I would say, there's lots of scholarship opportunities. I ended up getting the ARC scholarship while I was there, which I would say, anybody who's able to apply should apply. But there's lots of opportunities for you to, get funding from many different areas. But the important thing is that you get there and you really ask the questions. Ask other students, particularly the, like the graduate students who are further along in the program, make sure that you're talking to them and you're asking them questions. That's really where you're going to find out how you can kind of smoothly make your way through the program. And that's all I wrote down to say. So I'm totally happy to answer any questions. If you want to shoot me an email, I'm sure whoever's distributing this can put you into contact with me. But yeah, that's it. So thank you and good luck.